built a brand new house.
Okay.
It was 1.6 million. And then me and my baby's mom that came out here, we bought 4 D.R. Horton houses.
Right.
2,800 square feet, just spec homes. They're $500,000. We went through Countrywide. It was all stated income.
Yep.
Put 25 grand down, 25 on the yard, no questions asked. And they said that's what the problem was. And everybody around me was in a frenzy out here. Oh, my house that I got for 400 is worth 800 right now. But I'm like, but you can't sell it and move into another house because they all went up. Now, if you took that money and you moved back to Milwaukee, okay, now you can cash a house out and win. But my dad was the only person out of everybody, attorneys, everybody. He was like, what goes up must come down. And he's like, he goes, this square footage shit don't make sense to me.
And that's what I actually teach people now, because even back in 05, what was happening was when people were buying houses, they never thought about, oh, how am I going to service the debt after the mortgage adjusts? Because you would get a 3,000 square foot home, and you had what's called a 3-year adjustable rate mortgage, where the payment is $1,500 for 3 years. Then once the mortgage rate adjusts, now it's $4,000.
Oh, I've never even heard of that. I did all 30-year fixed on mine, but that's a nice little slide move.
A lot of people never thought about that, but even at that price point, and you were getting into the 30-year fix, I have this thing like, how do you service the debt?
Right.
And so when I talk about buying real estate, my focus is, okay, I'm gonna buy this property, and if the mortgage is $1,000, I have to make sure I'm getting at least $1,100 in rent, and nobody ever calculated it like that. And so that's actually kind of how I got into this space. From learning, going back to the credit space, I started to learn that wealthy people leverage credit. That's how they buy businesses. That's how they buy real estate.
Okay.
We assume we gotta save money for 20 years, and that's not how wealthy people do it.
No, my grandfather said when you die, you're supposed to owe everybody.
No, real talk. We assume debt free is a good thing. You want to be consumer debt free,
right?
But on the business side, no, you run it up.
I've heard that many times.
Like
it's actually good to have debt. Like so many rich people actually have so much debt.
They call it structured debt. So
like you leverage that debt to get you more financial income.
If I'm $1 million in debt, as long as that million is making me 2, 3, 4, 5 million, I'm cool with that. And so nobody ever taught us how to look at it like that. We would just assume, oh, I'm scared of debt. But if you go ask that same person,
because you don't want to owe nobody.
Well, you go ask that same person, I guarantee you they got credit card debt for clothes, shoes, weed, the strip. Like they owe money to all of the shit that's not making them money. But when you have debt that makes you money, that's the route you want to be towards.
God, you gotta show me that. You gotta show me that.
That makes sense for sure.
Gotta show me that.
So you gotta have debt that
makes
you money.
Yes.
Right. Okay. That makes perfect sense.